You know that feeling, right? You get out of the car after a long drive and your back is just shot. You spend all this money on a nice car, but the seat feels like a medieval torture device. Well, guess what? It's probably not the fancy leather or the cushion. The real problem is a tiny hidden part that car companies absolutely love to cut corners on. And today, we're going to drag it out into the light.
Just picture it. You're on a road trip, 2 hours in, and your passenger starts doing that little dance. You know the one. The squirming, the shifting, the constant sighing. They reach down to adjust the seat, and you hear this horrible crunch sound. The seat lurches, and now it wobbles and rattles for the rest of the drive. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's not fun.
So you blame the seat, right? Must be bad foam or something. But nope, the real villain is hiding in plain sight right underneath you. It's just a simple metal track, but it is the secret ingredient to a truly great car seat. When it's good, you don't even know it's there. But when it's bad, oh, it's a total nightmare.
Okay, let's pull back the curtain. Meet the long slide rail. It doesn't look like much, just a piece of metal, but this little thing is the difference between feeling like you're in a first-class airplane seat and feeling like you're trapped in a cheap lawn chair. And you would be shocked, absolutely shocked, at how many car makers get this wrong.
So what exactly makes a slide rail long? Well, we're talking about a track that has a lot more travel than the standard ones. Think 10 inches or more. And that extra length is what gives you the power to completely transform your car's interior. It's the difference between begging for more legroom and thinking, wow, I could probably live in here.
This right here is the perfect way to think about it. Your car seat is basically a little train car. It has to glide effortlessly, be rock-solid stable, and it can never, ever, ever derail. Especially when things get ugly, like in a crash, because if this one little part fails, believe me, the whole system fails. See, this slide rail is juggling 3 huge jobs all at once: your comfort, the usable space in your car, and most importantly, your life. And this is the scary part. When an automaker decides to save a few bucks on this component, they're not just making your ride less comfortable. They are literally gambling with your safety.
Okay, first, let's talk comfort. You know that amazing feeling when you finally get the seat adjusted just right? We call that your golden posture. Well, a good long slide rail is what allows everyone in the family to find that sweet spot, whether they're 5'2" or 6'2". It means no more driving with your knees jammed against the dashboard.
And then there's the space. A long slide rail is kind of like a space-bending magician. Trying to fit a giant stroller in the back of your MPV? Just slide that second row forward. Want to give your backseat passengers the full VIP first-class treatment? Slide it all the way back. It basically makes your car feel a whole lot bigger on the inside. All right, let's get serious. Comfort and space are nice, they're great perks, but that is not what this is really about. At the end of the day, that slide rail has one job that is more important than all the others combined: to hold your seat in place during a crash. And frankly, it's terrifying how many of them are just not up to the task. 20 Gs. Just let that number sink in. That's the kind of force a fighter pilot feels when they're pulling a super tight, high-speed turn. It's also the insane amount of force your car seat has to withstand in a collision. And if it can't, well, you really don't want to find out what happens next. To put it bluntly, in a serious crash, you instantly become a human cannonball. Your seatbelt is holding you, but the slide rail is what's holding your entire seat to the floor of the car. If that rail snaps or detaches, you and the seat are launched forward with over 3,000 pounds of force. It's that simple, and it's that terrifying. Now this is where the engineering really matters. Take a look. On the left, that's the standard C-shape rail. It's open on one side, it's cheap to make, and it's what you'll find in most cars. But on the right, you have the Omega shape. See how it's a closed box? That simple change makes it 40% stronger. It costs maybe a few dollars more, but in a crash, that extra strength is the difference between walking away and not. And here is a real-world example of what happens when a company tries to put profits before your safety. They tried to save a pathetic $18 a seat by using cheaper steel and a weaker design. And the result? It catastrophically failed the safety test. The locking teeth just sheared right off. This isn't just a design flaw. It is flat-out irresponsible. And you want to know the kicker? The most ironic part of this whole story? An internal report from that same car company admitted that the $15 they saved per seat ended up costing them $150,000 per seat in recalls and repairs. You just can't make this stuff up. That's a textbook case of being penny wise and pound foolish, and it's your safety on the line.
Okay, enough of the scary stuff. Let's talk about what you can actually do about it. How can you protect yourself? I'm going to give you a super simple 3-second test you can do right in the showroom. This is your secret weapon next time you go car shopping.
Here's what you do. It's the push, shake, listen test. First, push. Slide the seat all the way to the back, then all the way to the front. Does it glide smoothly like it's on ice, or does it catch and stutter? Next, shake. Lock the seat in place and give it a good, firm shake from side to side. Does it feel rock solid, or does it wobble like a loose tooth? And finally, listen. A quality seat is a silent seat. Any rattles, clicks, or squeaks are major red flags.
And here are 2 more pro tips for you. First, this seatbelt check. If you're looking at an MPV or SUV with one of those super long sliding second rows, look where the seatbelt is mounted. It absolutely must be built into the seat itself. If it's attached to the car's pillar, that is a huge safety flaw. Just walk away. Second, the speed bump test. On your test drive, find a speed bump. If you hear a loud creak or groan from the seat as you go over it, that could mean the car's whole frame is flexing too much, which is a much bigger problem.
So the next time you're shopping for a car, please, look past the giant touch screens and the shiny rims for just a second. Take a moment to check the thing you're actually sitting on. It's a tiny detail, but it tells you everything you need to know about that car's quality and, more importantly, about the car maker's priorities. It might just be the thing that saves your life. So remember, push, shake, and listen. Your future self will definitely thank you.